I'm in. I've hacked the mainframe, everybody. Okay. I'm a little off kilter. And this is not my good side. I guess if I'm facing you guys. But it's not really comfy to do that. I have no choice but to be over it. Yeah, that's fine. Oh my god, look how gross my room is. Sorry guys, this is my first time doing this with a professional camera. Let me make sure everything's looking good. Can you guys see my iCarly? I guess I can't see what you're saying. We're live, right? Welcome. This is gonna be fun. I just got my new mic, and this is like very new for me to do something like this. Well, I mean, I've done it before, but you know what I mean. My bit rate is too low, kind of rude. Hey, Cody, how's it going? So, Tyler, Cody, how's the audio sound? I just bought this mic, and I don't want to have to request my money back, but it's not going to naturally go back into my wallet, you know? Okay, I do need to start my work, honestly. So here's the thing is, I really have to... Oh, thank you, graphics. Got any new songs coming out? Yeah. Didn't think so. No, I'm just kidding. Crisp. Oh yeah. Got a new Cosmic Vibe. Oh, I forgot. This is a camera now. Cosmic Vibe for tonight. So here's the thing. I gotta get some stuff done tonight. And that requires a lot of work. Dang, so I should probably just jump into it. I love doing this stuff, but it is a lot of work. Let me do my... Can I record a mic recording while I'm on live stream? Can I record a mic recording while I'm on live stream? No, that wasn't me. Imagine that, like, I was actually scared of my own voice like that, though. That would be cool. What should I watch? Go ahead, tell me. Okay, last I left off was iCarly. I'm doing the new iCarly show, guys. This show is crazy. Oh my god, my boy Freddy. This is so funny. So, okay, new iCarly reboot. I'm doing a new video on this. And guys, this is so funny. Rosie, what are you doing? Sorry, I have a guest star this episode. She actually wrote the entire show of iCarly. Her name is Rosie. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know how often I'll be able to see this chat. Rugrats, I've seen Rugrats. Well, I've seen enough of Rugrats. It's very cute. I don't have time to dive into it the same way I do all the shows I'm nostalgic about, you know? Okay, let me see here. So usually when I'm doing these videos, I have to have, like, multiple different screens up. Ooh, Creddy or SETI? Definitely SETI, just because I like Sam a lot. I do miss Sam, though. It's not Creddy season, I'll tell you that much. Sorry. Just need to make sure this mic really works. Yep. That is Celsius. Not sponsored. Okay. So let's check this out. So
to let me.
oh, is Spencer funny in this? I can't remember.
More than that.
Yeah, I'd be good with that.
Oh! Inspiration has struck. Birdhouses.
Yeah, Sam and Spencer. Okay, okay. I'm remembering this now. Yeah, it did cancel it on a cliffhanger. How annoying is that? Okay, so I should probably start recording. Sorry, my cats are being funny. Okay, so we have season 1, episode 10 of iCarly, I Take a Girl's Trip. This episode is actually really funny because it takes some pretty unexpected turns and really uses the adult sitcom format in its favor when it comes to some of the jokes in this. So the whole premise is that Carly is going to be taking a girls' trip with Harper and her other friend, but Harper finds out that her long-lost cousin has finally come back from sea or from being kidnapped. It's kind of dark, but they don't really go into it too much. So basically Carly finds herself having to go out on this girls' trip by herself. At first, Freddie is like, hey, like, I want to go on a girls' trip, which is so Freddie. I feel like I was always that guy growing up, the one who wanted to go on all the girl trips with the girls, but never quite fitting in. Yeah. Okay. I got some of that. I feel like I was always that guy growing up, the one who wanted to go on all the girl trips with the girls, but never quite fitting in. I feel like at this point it's good though because I really do feel for Harper. I feel like since the IMLM episode, she's become a lot more relatable, and just the fact that she's kind of smarter than everybody else is really helpful for the cast. I mean, usually the dynamic was Sam making things a little extra, but Harper almost like grounds the show in a way that the original show didn't need to be, you know? Um Oh my gosh. And the really fun thing about this episode is that Spencer actually has a crush on her. This is like the first time they've ever set us up with somebody in Spencer's life that they didn't intend on leaving by the end of the 30 minutes. And they definitely got a good vibe going on. I mean, I think it's just funny to see Spencer trying to get out there again, but to think that he's actually like forming a connection with this poor woman who was lost at sea for so long, it's very special. Like, good for you. Good for you, Spencer. He didn't get some of those plot lines in the original series. And of course, poor Harper, like, that she just found her long lost cousin, and next thing you know, she got a boyfriend and moved on. Like, I mean, I would be kind of annoyed at that. That's just how it be sometimes. Oh, also, no spoilers. I haven't seen this whole show. I've only seen the first season at this point. So please, guys, don't spoil it for me. Can you hear me, though? I know you can't see me. Okay, the bit rate. Sorry, friends. Let me see if I can fix the bit rate. Oh, wait. Maybe I just have to move this around? Where am I? Where did I go? Okay, let me see if I could set up something new real quick. Am I still here though, guys? You're still communicating with me? Tyler, you are the MVP right now, just talking to me here. I love company. Oh, you know what it is? Is it my... Okay. I'm undoing and redoing my webcam. Whoa. Okay. Guess I'm just gonna do this for now. Oh my god, my cat is so cute. Am I a ghost? Oh my gosh, I wish I was a ghost. No, I'm just kidding. Can you imagine? What? Drake and Josh? Where? That was kind of random. No way you could see me again. Oh, yeah. Because I got the new... I don't like this camera. I'm going to take it off. Ah, I'm gone. Just kidding. I'm still here. My Osmo Pocket 3. It's not working. Whatever. Okay. I'll be on this dumb camera. Sorry, guys. I had such better quality a second ago. Here we go. What a world we're living in. Okay, kind of have to get back to this episode. Oh my gosh. Spoiler. Why can't this camera work? Okay, I'm letting this go because I really do gotta keep going. Yeah, they're gonna do a movie. I think it was just confirmed, actually. Did you hear about that? Whoa. What a world. I know, it's so exciting that they're coming back. Ooh, speaking of which... Oh my... Okay, my bitrate keeps going down. What am I supposed to do about bitrate? I don't know what that even means. Ay. Okay, whatever. We're moving on. Ugh, sorry guys. I wish I could communicate a little bit more, but whatever. Okay, so we that's annoying. So when Freddie and Carly get to the hotel, they basically find out that they're in the lover's suite, which is kind of random to me because she was intending this to be a girls' trip, not a romantic trip anyway. But they're hooked up into the same room, which is really awkward, especially when you're a guy and a girl. Like, it reminds me of growing up and you're like, your friends are joking about you being in a relationship with your friends. Like, it's like when you have a girl, it's like when you have a friend that's a girl and they just insist that you guys are dating just because you're a guy and a girl, which is so overrated at this age. Or when your parents try to pair you up with your best friends, like, it's so awkward. What a weird time to be alive. It's so funny though because Sam and oh my god, it's so funny though because Carly and Freddie have such good chemistry. I feel like this is a little too obvious. Like, you guys should just be together. I don't know. They do a good job at like dodging that being the case though. I feel like the scenario makes it seem like they're pushing them together, but the characters are genuinely dodging each other and trying not to make it happen, which is making it even weirder. Like, look at this. We start seeing they start using bathrobes and trying to pretend that it's like a normal girls' trip just with Freddy, but then it gets even weirder when the lights go down and the music starts playing. Yeah, the room is trying to set these guys up. This was one of the first episodes I remember really liking of the new iCarly series, being like, okay, this is actually why you would do a reboot. Seeing the awkwardness get funnier and funnier is just so perfect for this show. Like, it's what I'm looking for in a comedy. Do I have bloopers from recording? I mean, I have moments where I'm screaming and angry at myself, but yeah, that's kind of as far as it gets. Oh my gosh. So then we have a guest star in this episode, and this girl actually wrote some of the episodes of this show and other episodes she's a TV writer, and she's really funny. I've seen her on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. She's she's been in a lot more stuff in the 2010s. She's been in a lot of more stuff. She's been in a lot more stuff since the 2010s, I would say. Dang. And low key, it just gets even more weird from here. Like, they have flower petals fall, and even Carly's friend that wasn't supposed to come on this trip ends up showing up anyway. And now the girl and Freddy almost take a liking to each other. So that actually makes things a little awkward. And we're not sure if Carly's mad because she feels jealous or just the fact that they hijacked her girls' trip. For me, The girls trip thing is kind of disrespectful. I feel like Carly and Freddie were just supposed to have this hangout on their own, and Freddie shouldn't be this naive to think that this is appropriate. Like, this is so rude. They end up spending a lot more time with each other than Carly. I mean, fair enough. They don't want to be in this. They don't want to be in that awkward situation of just the two of them alone in a room, but this girl added to the mix makes it a little bit worse. Then it becomes a couple's Then it for sure becomes a couple's trip. But Carly is not the couple. Which is actually kind of funny. I think this episode's really funny. And good for Freddie finally connecting with a girl. Like, it's been forever since this has happened. These are the moments that make me think of Zoe 101 in this show. Like, I feel like the original show doesn't even lean toward being like Zoe 101 more than this new show. I think it's just the two close friends being together is just, it's more natural in this, and I like that it kind of stays within the universe that we're nostalgic for, because, you know, it shows that we were interested in stories like that anyway, you know? So yeah, meanwhile, the same awkward thing is going on with Harper, because Spencer and Harper's cousin start full on being in start full on dating. And it's actually kind of sweet. Like, seeing Spencer be this into her is really nice. Nice change of pace. I wish there was more storylines like that. So now Harper's getting jealous the same way Carly is, and it is just a nightmare for these two girls. They end up having like a heart-to-heart over FaceTime, and they admit that neither of them are that happy. Oh my gosh. And then things get way over budget. No, I'm just kidding. Things get way awkward. So the crazy things. Oh, so next thing you know, Carly's friend assumes that they are going to be engaging in a three-way, which usually I am a kids channel, so I'm not going to explain to you guys what that is. But it's basically all of the three of them hooking up, and this is drawing the line for Freddie. Like, he likes this new girl, but it's so awkward with Carly that it's just not happening. Which is nice. I like that he has boundaries. I feel like early Freddie from the first series was just kind of desperate and would do anything for Carly, but at least this guy is an adult. Now I feel like I'm going on a little too long. I don't, like, my voicemail should not be this long.
You two have been trying to tell me.
You're the person I missed the most while I was gone. We love each other. Fun. No, we should make this a regular thing.
We're here for the girl.
No, because rule.
We're here for the girls' brunch.
What is with you, man? Can we have...
LOL. The episode kind of ends there. Like, there's not like a super definitive ending. There's not a super definitive ending. It just kind of escalates so much to a point where Freddie leaves it alone, and Carly returns from the trip being like, I barely survived that. And everybody's happy for some reason. I guess that's a resolve. And Spencer and this girl keep dating, which is also sweet. Like, we'll see this in the next episode. Okay. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. My legs are falling asleep. Ugh. Ouch. Okay. Let's see here. Dang, dang, into the room. That's when I mess up, I sing that. Wait a minute, gonna take you there. See, I got a new mic, and now I'm all crazy. I do not like to sing. Let us set the record straight. I do not. Okay. iCarly. The original show was funnier. I will do Freddy. Dang, see, this is where I run into trouble. Oh my gosh, hello, welcome. Hi, Jules. I have a friend named Jules in real life. That's cool. Oh, okay. So this is... I'm so sorry, guys. That probably burned your eardrums. Okay, I'm trying this. Yeah, honestly, Spencer's always been the best. Oh, so this episode can actually be really close to season 1, episode 9 of the original series, I Will Date Freddy. And in this, there's basically a girl that has a crush on Freddy that goes to their school. Now that I think about it, that's like insane. And basically they're like, okay, come on, iCarly, and we'll hook up you and Freddy. Or Freddy just is like, oh yeah, I would love to go on a date with you, and obviously cue Sam's insults. They end up going out together and actually forming a connection. But in this instance, it's more so Carly suffering for Freddy's love life, I guess. This is like the theme of the episode. Carly just happens to get the short end of the stick because the girl Freddy is set up with wants to do her own web show and wants Freddy to do that for her. Freddy ends up doing it for her and being her web producer instead. And Carly is really hurt by this. I mean, I would be too, because obviously he just got this new girlfriend and he's ditching his friends for her. Like, that stinks. But that's what happens. In the end, it leads to a lot of awkward moments, but this whole episode didn't really go for the comedic effect of awkward. It more so went for the plot of them not having the web show for a little bit, which I feel like maybe the new iCarly could have leaned into, but otherwise, I don't know. I feel like this is a near perfect episode of the reboot. Like, I would definitely recommend this episode specifically if you need to get into it. And if you don't like it, you might not like the show. What can I say? It's all for real. I'm telling you just how I feel. So wake up, my uncle, from his napping. It's your time to wake up. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do another episode. So this was Season 1, Episode 10. Dang. Yeah, I also remember when this show first came out, I was very, like, sad how many episodes they had in their first season. Like, it was not a lot. It was like, yeah, Freddy's mom has not changed at all. Sorry for jumping in tangent, but you guys, it was funny. Okay, I'm going to, really quickly, I'm Xing out of this one. I have to get to the next episode. Close window. I guess it's still going to be here. Okay. Let's see here. Sitcoms usually fall into two categories, funny and serious. Sure. I see that. I don't think sitcoms are supposed to fall under serious because that would make them more like a dramedy. Like Zoe 101 is a dramedy, but in the end, I mean, I don't know. There's so many definitions for all these. Sorry. My cat's name is Rosie. and I have another cat named Miss B. Are you guys clapping at home? No, I'm just kidding. It's just a cat. I love cats, though. It is just a cat. Okay, I'm adding another window. I'm, like, worried about breathing into the mic, so I'm, like... Sorry, friends. You're not seeing all this, are you? My mess-ups? I'm gonna, like, just tell myself you're not. I know you are. Ah! They're taking up the whole screen. Okay, we're back in action. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. It's so fun doing this video just for these videos in general, just for the sense that it feels like we're all just hanging out, you know, like I know that it's kind of narcissistic to say the main hangout is just me talking about TV shows, but it is nice that we all kind of, I don't know, we all feel a certain way about these shows, and it's nice to connect over them, you know? See, I was saying the same thing about Zoe and Freddy. I definitely see that being the case. Yeah, they do seem alike. Oh my god, this episode is crazy, guys. Okay. So season 1 episode 11 is called I Can Fix It Myself. And it's kind of a funny episode, honestly. So in this, Carly accidentally gets into a accident with her car. No. Okay. Let me backtrack. Yeah, it is kind of cringy, but I'm enjoying watching it. Carly. Okay. Like, it's surprisingly funny. Like, look at that. That's crazy. Yeah, so Carly is getting her car towed because she's parked in a wrong spot, and she meets this really obnoxious auto body mechanic, but also has love tension with. And it's cool because it's insight onto how her job really is done. Like, she's an influencer, yeah, but she has to go record videos. Like, this is normal to wear a taco costume out in public. I wish I knew what these videos were, though. At least on iCarly, the original, we got to see what these videos ended up being. Like, what does she do as an influencer? I would love to know. Oh, yeah, but this guy basically tows her car. And then, what happens next? Ay. Sorry, guys. This is so hard. I wish I, like, had 10 years with these the same way I had with the original iCarly episode. Oh, okay, yeah. This guy is... Oh my god, who remembers his name? It's like Denver, I think his name is. I'm gonna call him Denver. Yeah, iCarly Wiki. Yeah, imagine anybody's name being Denver. I feel like that would be cool. Isn't that a city? In Collywood? Collyrod. Oh, Colorado. Wes. Okay. This guy's name is Wes. What a name. Oh my god, you put it in the chat. Ay. The auto body mechanic's name is Wes. And he's actually kind of a nice guy. I feel like in the circumstances, he could be a little bit more rude, but he's pretty genuine to Carly. Carly thinks that he's trying to rip her off, essentially. Like, auto body people usually find stuff wrong with your car just to charge you. And I gotta be honest, I agree with it. My dad is an auto body mechanic, and he owns his own business. And he purposely, like, has to quote people lower just to get their trust, because most car companies will just, like, say there's something wrong with your car when there isn't, just to get a repair. So yeah, Carly, you're right for being suspicious of this, sus of this. Sorry, I gotta hear some of it.
Oh, you wish. You have a pride distributor and that air filter.
Birkin bag for that?
Purses cost that much?
Great. Now you got me thinking about purses, which is reminding me.
When I got my oil changed, it cost an extra $400.
You?
Since before that.
Freddie literally said in this episode that he had to get his oil changed, and it cost $400. Guys, as an adult, that's too much money to spend to get your oil changed. That's insane, actually. $400. Not only can you do it yourself, guys, but I still feel like if you went to a mechanic that upcharged you, it wouldn't be $400. That's crazy. That stuff should be like $100, $200 at the very max. Spencer and this new girl are now dating. This is kind of annoying. Oh my gosh, I forgot Spencer had a girlfriend. Yes, Harper's long-lost cousin is Spencer's girlfriend in this.
Now we're even closer than before! Yay!
You're not mad?
As long as you were never a rodeo clown, we're fine.
To learn everything there is to know.
Before!
Oh my gosh. Dude, thank you so much for watching my Jimmy Neutron ones. I feel like the cartoon ones do not get as much attention. Please help me spread the word about my cartoon retrospectives. Ay, ay, ay. But thank you so much for watching my Jimmy Neutron ones. That means a lot. Yeah, he does, but he has this girlfriend a lot longer than the usual. And then in this episode, something crazy Harper's cousin admits is that she didn't actually get taken.
A little bit better.
I just couldn't keep lying to you a moment longer. Please don't be upset.
I'm more disappointed in myself. Is there anything I could have done better? More wiggling? I'm here to listen.
Spencer, I faked my own kidnapping.
Oh, it was an inappropriate joke. Oh my god, this episode is actually really funny too. Oh, the show does get really good.
You, Carly.
Fine. Let's just try.
My shirt, right? Not Wes's shirt. So Carly inevitably tries to go to school and learn how to fix all the car parts herself, which is pretty admirable. Like, I feel like to seek out opportunities to learn more about things we should be responsible and know about our cars, this is a cool thing that Carly does. And Freddie joins the class too. It's just fun to have a new class dynamic, knowing that there's no way we would see these guys in the classroom like we used to, but actually we get a setting where things can go haywire and actually be pretty funny. And the fact that the teacher ends up being Wes, the auto body guy from earlier, Carly is kind of angry because she's like, oh, I kind of told this guy off for being a stingy auto body guy. And now he's teaching the class? Gosh, can you imagine?
Give someone else a chance, since I already know how to do all this.
This is so... Carly literally tries to convince everybody in the class that she already knows how to do this stuff just so she doesn't look embarrassed in front of Wes, and it is hilarious watching her attempt to know what to do. Like, I don't even know what she should be doing.
Look, I can do...
My LFCUM EVA. Celebrate right now.
Oh, yeah, that's smart. Who do we think we are, the Chicago Bulls?
So no champy chow chow?
Oh, no, go ahead. Just don't get any on me. Oh, yeah, do Spencer. I guess on the rise pop stars don't knock.
We do.
But tell me about this fake kidnapping. And you said 3-act structure.
Trap.
Millicent might have a point.
Freddie, just hand me that twisty thingy.
Carly tries to learn on her own how to repair her car, and it's not happening, Carly. I mean, like, why would you pay for the class just to prove to the class that you know what the class is teaching? I don't know, it's ridiculous to me.
Enjoy a formal tea service.
You were right. Give me one of them hot hand towels.
Oh, anything for you, Harper. And your boss, whose voice is like a classically trained instrument that should rest.
I love Spencer. Nathan Kress wrote this episode. That actually makes me really angry because I am a wannabe writer. I've always wanted to write something, and I'm so jealous that Nathan Kress is so talented that he could act in this and also write this episode. Dude... Yeah, jealous. What a different world. Okay, let's continue, though. So in this episode, we actually get introduced to another kind of popular character toward the end. It's Harper's boss. She's a professional singer, somebody super famous, and she is basically walking on eggshells around her because of how famous she is. This ends up being a love story, which I did not see coming, but this is just the initial introduction of this woman. She's kind of snotty and very selfish, being the most stereotypical version of a celebrity you can imagine, which I don't even know if people have celebrities anymore like that. It's kind of funny to think that, like, Skybucks was Harper's whole B-plot, this whole show, and then they kind of replaced it with this relationship with her new boss. Like, she didn't have this boss before. It's funny to think that, like, they transitioned through that, you know? And can you believe that Nathan Kress wrote this episode? That is insane to me. Like, he is already so talented at acting, and now he just gets to write stuff. Like, come on.
If you let me sing it, at least you would have gotten a hit out of it.
Yes. I don't want to do any of that. Okay.
Get down!
Give it to me straight. Did he make it?
I did everything I could, but I'm sorry. Vin Diesel's gone.
Oh. Way and I keep us together. And another time I used it to keep my toes apart after a
Harper, I am so sorry I didn't tell you.
Now we get to make more.
All right. I just wanted to say something with some gravitas. Behold, my latest piece.
God, this episode is so funny. Then we find out that Carly's car is actually not going to be making it. And they kind of treat like... Oh my gosh. Yeah, I kind of messed up there. I kind of have to go back.
Okay, I'm just gonna say my car from now on.
Hey. Sorry, my kitty.
My car, it just helps me feel connected to Sam. I know it sounds silly.
No.
Oh, okay. This is a really sweet episode. Oh, wait. I'm too far into it, though.
I don't want to do any of that. Okay. Give it to me straight. You do you. Thank you, Wes. But do it. Hey, my phone.
Okay. I will try.
Hey. Chill. Sorry, my cat's trying to climb out. Miss B. She's a funny one. Okay, sorry. In pretending to know how to fix a car, Carly ends up making her own car worse. And needs to call Wes to help him. Oh my gosh. And needs to call Wes to help her. Wes essentially steps in and tries to fix the car for her, and we find out that it's too late. Her car did not make it, and it was unreplaceable. And it's kind of funny because they treat it like a funeral, like as if this guy Wes is delivering horrible news, and Carly takes it like terribly. We learned that actually it's because she had an emotional connection with the car and Sam, and it reminded her of Sam every time, which is really sweet and definitely a great callback, a way of featuring Sam without necessarily disrespecting Jeanette McCurdy's legacy, more like honoring her character. You're so funny. Miss B is so funny. Her name is Miss B. Ay. So yeah, when he tells Carly that her car is not going to make it, it's like really dramatic, and he's there to console her as if it's like this horrible death. And they end up deciding to go on a date together. Ooh, okay. And then we kind of get a pleasant surprise in the episode. Not only is the Sam reference really sweet, but Spencer ends up taking the part of her car and remastering it in a way, putting his art skills to the test, and making a brand new car for the iCarly set, which is very, very, I feel like it's very symbolic because it's like the growth of the show, but now that it has like an entirely new show, it almost is like, this is our way of saying like, this is going to be our new project, you know, like iCarly is fresh and new and in the future now, so we need a new car. Wow, such a cool idea. Yeah, Carly is her. I mess up pronouns so much when I'm recording by accident because I get so like whirled up in what's going on. So I'm trying to get better at that. I'm trying to do better at that. Ay. My feet keep falling asleep though. Ouch. Yeah, but overall, really good episode. I wish we got a little bit more of Millicent, but there was enough going on with the main cast to be interesting enough. And I just like Freddy being sprinkled throughout this, not necessarily having to do with the plot, but still getting to have some Joker. Still having some jokes. Still having some one-liners. I hate when I mess up like that. It's so annoying. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. Do you see the cat? Oh, no, you can't. You could see the other cat. Okay. This will be better. Right, Miss B? Okay. Oh, I love this. Look at that star, Miss B. Rest your head on it. She's so funny. Oh, we still have to get some work done. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't want to do a blooper video because I get so annoyed at my mistakes. Like, not happy. Aw. Sorry, Miss B. Let me put that right there for you. Okay. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, and I forgot to mention that Harper comes clean. Oh wait. That Harper's cousin comes clean about lying. Oh, Harper's cousin comes clean about the fact that she wasn't actually away. And this is kind of a major blow. Like, if I was Harper, I would be, like, more than betrayed. Like, you pretended to disappear forever? And it's so funny because it starts off as, like, a clever one-off joke throughout the season. Like, she's just talking about her cousin who got taken away, and suddenly we get to see her come back. I was not expecting that through line at all, honestly. I'm your biggest fan? Okay. What episode is this like? I really do. Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. I hate Sam's boyfriend. So in this episode. Oh! Sorry guys, I'm just thinking. I'm trying to compare each episode of this new iCarly to an old episode of iCarly, and I have the list right in front of me, and I'm like trying really hard to figure it out. I feel like I feel like the main point of this episode was the fact that like she was pretending to know how to do something, and then she started liking a guy. Is that all this episode was really about? Hey, thanks. I love it when you guys compliment my Jimmy Neutron videos. It means a lot. Especially since that was like one of the first series I started up. So like they're all crappily recorded and everything. Spender movie was. Ay. Okay. I'm kind of tripped up. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight is about Sam and... Okay. Oh my gosh, I do have to compare it though. I hate Sam's boyfriend. Ugh, of course it is. Oh, wait. I'm a hero. I just realized I could do something. Sorry to be so dramatic. I'm just like, I think I thought I messed up really bad, but I realized I can undo some of my mistakes. In terms of this audio recording. Hold on, let me record this real quick. So I'm going back to episode 10 to make an episode comparison that I forgot to make before. Yeah, let me try this. Wait, please tell me I didn't... What? Oh my god, guys, I'm so scared. Did I accidentally delete my voice memo? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. I record all my videos on voice memos. See, you guys have that on your phone, don't you? Just goes to show you don't need any kind of fancy equipment to do anything. He said as he got his new microphone. I'm such a hypocrite. Okay, no, I didn't delete it. Thanks for scaring me, self. I was so worried I'd accidentally deleted a full recording of an episode. Okay, I'm going back a little bit. What the heck? Done. Ay. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And thanks for joining us. Oh yeah, I'm going over the whole series. It's really funny. iCarly, the new iCarly. Okay, I'm gonna have to add this tangent. I don't know why I'm trying to do something fancy tech-wise. Another episode this reminds me of is I Hate Sam's Boyfriend from season 1. Mainly because Carly is the third wheel in that scenario. Like Sam starts dating that kid Jonah, and then Carly just feels really awkward, and then Jonah hits on her. I mean, maybe there's that whole love triangle situation that also reminds me of it, but I don't know. I can't tell if it's I Hate Sam's Boyfriend or that other episode I was just talking about. It's still interesting that they got this many characteristics of the first show without necessarily repeating any of the plot lines. Like, I'm really impressed by that. Okay, I need to do a new... It's not letting me do it. That's annoying. Oh my gosh, guys, you know what's so funny? I just finished the Unfabulous Season 1 video, and it came out so good. My editors did such a good job on that. Like, I'm so lucky to be working with such talented editors. I basically, like, give each editor 30 minutes of footage each, and I'll have, like, 5 editors, so I'll do, like, you know, like, this person will do the first 20 minutes of the Unfabulous video, another person will do the second 20, and then next thing you know, I really wait a week and then get 20 minutes from 4 different people, and I'm able to kind of put that together and make these long form videos and doing them as often as possible. see. Oh my god, the next one's so funny. Okay, I have to transition to the next episode of iCarly. So I'm taking off this last one. Close window. Dang, I can't do that, can I? What time is it? It's 10? She's so cute. Hi. She was born in July, so her astrology sign is Cancer. That's a little fun fact about Miss B over here. Miss B, what's it like being a Cancer? Did you write that down? I'm going to watch that later. I'm curious if that ended up being good audio. I might use that on a diss track. Okay, let's do the next episode. Okay, so now that that screen's done, taking that off. Okay, get in the habit of this. You have a dog named Coco. That's really sweet. Sue. Ah! No. Quick time. Where did I go? Right here. Okay.
Okay, someone only learned the food words.
Well, I couldn't cook. How else was I supposed to eat? Tell me more about this Sunday dinner.
Nona goes all out. I mean, Sunday
Nona.
sauce, handmade pasta. She spends the entire day in the kitchen.
How cool. You know, I love dinner. And
Oh my god, this episode. Oh, crud. Do I have to do the last episode? I really don't want to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep going, honestly, guys. Sorry. Okay, the next episode we have is episode 12, I Throw a Flawless Dinner Party. And this gets back in the spirit of iCarly in the sense that, like, it's about a bunch of events conspiring and building to lead to one big event. And spoiler alert, that's the dinner party. I like how sitcoms do that with their plots. And this one was not super disappointing. And this one was not disappointing. So, Wes and Carly are actually a thing. It wasn't just a one-up. It wasn't just a one-off episode. It seems like these guys are actually casually dating now. So they're starting to get serious. Wes starts talking about his grandmother and Miranda and Carly is interested in getting to know her too. Like, she wants to take the relationship really serious. So she invites them over for a dinner party.
phase, and now you're on to the next one.
Which is what?
The smeen phase, where everything's mean.
Ooh. And then we kind of get like a really deep episode reference. Then the episode kind of gets like really more. The episode starts getting a little bit more meaningful, like in the way How I Met Your Mother was. Like, Spencer is at this stage in his relationship with Harper's cousin where they're starting to fight, they're starting to get out of that normal honeymoon phase. And it's really cool to see insight into that. Like, I remember as a kid growing up, a lot of the things I liked about TV when it came to relationships was like seeing how they developed, seeing how like they spent time together, and almost like these, you know, like these dynamics you establish with another person. And it's so interesting to think that like with every individual different person in the world, you probably have a different side of yourself that comes out when you're with them. Like, I don't know, that just sounds interesting to me. It's what makes people special, and when you're in the same room, it's like you unlock, like, a new power. I don't know. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Spencer is unlocking a new power with Harper's cousin. Carly is, like, warning her that... Oh.
But with a smile.
Sorry about the pronouns again.
Carly, check it out. The perfect look for Double Dutch's first music video with a real budget is kaleidoscope. You don't cook.
So I can... It's fine. I'll pretend to be a wealthy, overly judgmental investor that can make or break you.
Freddie Benson is an app designer from Seattle, Washington. He's cool with fish, cruel with bedtime.
I know. Now I have to make this gourmet feast.
You don't cook.
So I can impress his grandma.
I would love to make
And then maybe he'll define the relationship.
I would love to make podcast appearances. I just never have been, I guess, like, influential enough to even be considered like a public figure yet. This episode is really fun because, oh, you know what? Millicent is really funny in these episodes. I feel like her one-liners are just really good. That's all I have to say about it. Really good.
And ask me.
Perfect timing, because I just finished the beta version of the app I'm developing. Can I give you the Barracuda boardroom pitch?
It's fine.
Assistant.
But isn't that exactly what you're hired to do?
Carly. Sweet Carly.
Disrespect.
Timing, who can keep it straight, which is...
Hello! What a nice... Here.
Sister Miss Penny Feathers is on her way with it.
Okay, well, how far is she? Because I was already hungry, and now the smell of charred garlic bread has me ravenous.
Oh, well, do you want to...
Show is so crazy.
Really happy we did.
And I have a broken app.
I am so sorry.
I need to lie down.
I wanted to impress Wes. Okay. I'm so glad you're not dead.
This is crazy.
Truth.
It was his glorious.
I did it. I can't believe I did it.
Ew.
I have a broken rib. I'd love to. Why don't you do a few out in the hallway?
But then you won't be able to see me.
Exactly.
Wow. Look at all these people. No one told me we're...
So Wes warned Carly that his grandmother is really not pleasant, so it's not super surprising that she's, like, one of the most disrespectful people ever. Like, even shutting down Millicent, a little girl. Like, what the heck? So of course Carly is going to be freaking out the whole time, like, this dinner party has to be perfect. And then next thing you know, everybody's problems come into it. Like, Harper's boss invites herself into it while she's getting ready for putting on a music video for her. Freddie is going to be pitching a new web app, which is kind of fun for him. And he's involved at the dinner party.
On me.
Hungry, and now the smell. I'm not a huge fan of tomatoes, so I'm not gonna do that.
The way Harper's boss acts in this episode, though, is very irritating to me. Like, she's just asking and making requests for a home she just last minute got invited to. Like, I feel like that's very not cordial. So funny.
hire someone else.
Oh, machine.
Wes. And
Why we have so many ribs?
Do you think it's safe to eat the salad?
here, I'll take you. Nona's choking!
Ew. They have some funny references to Carly's cooking, which is so funny. Like, before we're talking about spaghetti tacos, and now we're just seeing this disgusting moving piece of meat. I don't even know what this is. It's gross, though. Carly ends up... So this is where it kind of gets chaotic. At the dinner party, Wes's Nana starts to choke, and then Carly tries to help, only making it worse. And it seems like Carly is intentionally trying to kill her. Which, come on, Wes. You really think this girl you just met is intentionally trying to kill your grandmother? That is really... I don't know. That's assuming a lot of your grandmother. Spencer and Harper's cousin keep escalating their passive aggressiveness toward each other, and it's like so toxic, but it's kind of funny to watch.
Okay, I can't just sit here feeling sorry for myself. I'm gonna go apologize to Wes and Sylvia.
This next part I audibly laughed at because of how funny it is. So it's like such an obvious joke, but it's hilarious. So this is such a generic joke used in like literally all sitcoms, but it is so funny. So Carly goes into the room to apologize to Wes and Nona. Nona's laying down on the bed, and Carly is convinced she might be dead. I am too. Like, I'm like, oh my god, Carly, you are screwed. So Carly tries to check her pulse, only for Nona to wake up and think that she is trying to choke her out. And then, of course, Wes walks in. What literal better timing could there be for any kind of crazy outcome like that?
I'm so glad you're not dead. Again.
Come on, Harper, let's see it.
Wow.
May I present? Greased like... Ah, no, you may not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't love grease.
First of all, you need to put some respect on Olivia Newton-John's name.
Yeah, the reboot is not the same.
Second of all, this is the look. It says you are the well-oiled machine. You're in the driver's seat.
Sorry, guys, I'm getting comfortable again. This is hard.
In the dust, honey. You're miles ahead.
Okay, enough star puns.
Oh, drop my webcam. Lol.
You are? I mean, of course you are. It's so Dutch.
Oh, I love Dutch.
You can see my cat, right? Sorry, Miss B. Yeah, what do you think? Good point. She speaks the truth. Oh, I wish I could attach my Switch 2 remote to this computer. Yeah, it has a new mouse attached to it. Who has a Switch 2 out there? That'd be awesome. I love the Switch 2. Ugh, I want to sit closer to you, Miss B. Please let me. Whew. Yeah. This is called Roommates. Okay, seriously though. We do gotta get back to work. I'm gonna be up all night at this point. This is why I get a lot of videos done though. I'll just sit here for hours. Cause it is fun to watch old TV shows, I guess. You gotta choose your poison in life. Let me see how the chat's doing though, because I have not seen you guys in a while. Oh my god, Miss B. I'm sorry. This is like bothering me. I need to get a good sight for us all. How do you guys feel? How do I contact you? Yeah, you can contact me through email. It's not that hard. Not a hard guy to reach. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry you're going through a breakup. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, if you need company, just put on a video. That's what I used to do growing up. Every time I had a breakup or I was heartbroken over something or my feelings were hurt, I would just spend hours watching television. And you know what? Look where I am today. Take it away, Miss B. Do you guys actually hear that? Oh, I'm having fun talking to you too, Tyler. Thanks for like being patient with me. I know that I'm not necessarily being super attentive to just the chat right now. But thanks for keeping me company as I'm like doing all this work. It means a lot. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. Aw. So, as you can imagine, the party escalates. Things get worse before they get better. Wes and Carly do end up making up, and everybody has a spaghetti taco to celebrate being friends, I guess. It's kind of funny because it's starting to remind me of that sitcom Friends, like another show about kids living in the city in their mid-teenage years. Or, sorry, their mid-20s. That's what Friends was, right? Wasn't it? Now let's see what episode we're going to compare this to. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, I actually made notes on this. Sorry, friends. Checking how the videos are doing. Dang, there's no notes on my computer. Okay, so let me pull up the iCarly notes. Well, first, actually, I'm going to close this one. Because we are ready to start a new episode. Actually, I'm going to treat myself. And I'm going to not do the final episode of this season of iCarly. I think I'm just going to do that voiceover on my own later. Just because it's like, that might end up going on for too long. It's nice to have the freedom to do whatever I want. And just be like, as long as I get the work done, who cares, you know? Do what you gotta do the way you gotta do it. Speaking of which... Oh, okay, so let me load up... This is where we're gonna switch gears. And it's gonna be fun? Okay. Oh, Miss B. I want to see that cat. Okay, okay. Brightening up the screen for my own comfort. Okay, so let's see here. We are going to do... Oh, let me check, actually. So I already compared this episode. Basically every episode of the new series, I'm comparing it to an old episode, and then I am also... Hey. Going to compare it to an older episode of the original show. So I'm checking my notes right now to see which episode, when I was watching it, like, I was thinking. Which, by the way, was so fun watching this show. Like, I highly recommend it. Okay, here we go. Interesting. Okay, I wrote this episode was like, I want the world record. I can't feel that. I don't feel that. Oh, but I did figure out the other one. Let me do the other one. Oh, wait, nope. I have to do this one first. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, okay. I could... Hi. So cute, isn't she? Sorry, it's just too funny. She's just being so funny. Oh my god, this is so annoying though. Okay. I wouldn't say this... This episode... Okay, this feels like... This couldn't be like I Go Nuclear, could it? What original iCarly episode could this remind me of? Okay. I had a really tough time comparing this episode to any episode I'd seen in the first season, so I kind of looked to the further seasons. And I'm thinking about this show... I'm thinking about the one episode, IQ. That's the episode where Carly dates a guy, and it basically is about her trying to match up to his brains, I guess. He has a really high IQ, so Carly's trying to fit in with that. I feel like the whole theme is just outward approval on this one. You know, like, a bunch of different things are going on. Everybody's trying to impress somebody, all culminating in this big dinner party. Something I really like in sitcoms is when they have all their stories coincide like this. It's, like, hard to find an original series episode that's like it because of how good this is. Like, it's almost like I could compare it to, like, Everybody Loves Raymond or... a real sitcom, which is kind of cool. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. This episode has a lot of I go to detention vibes. That's the episode where Carly and Sam get thrown into detention for an episode, but they had to celebrate iCarly's 50th anniversary. So 50th web show anniversary. I'm like, 50 years, that would be insane. Yeah, so the 50th web show anniversary, and just in the sense that it's a entire classroom episode, like after the second act on, it's them trying to make the web show go through live, and all these things are kind of getting in the way of it happening. And it's just when they're in the auto body class, it just reminds me a lot of Consequences when it comes to, like, education, I guess, because Carly's pretending she knows what to do. It's a hard one. But I like that we're developing new characters and, like, new people outside of the original iCarly universe. Like, it's feeling a lot more of its own vibe. And the fact that they find a funny way to do it, the fact that they get Freddy still in on the storyline without necessarily driving the entire plot is really interesting. Spencer's entire subplot is also super funny. Like, if we get funny Spencer, then I feel like iCarly is kind of made in the shade already. They do a good job. Like Carly and Spencer are the center point, and it really makes it shine in these types of episodes, especially when there's a lot of external issues they have to deal with, you know? So yeah, definitely, like, I Go to Detention. Okay. Now it's time. We're going up a notch. Because it's getting late, and I want to still get my goals done tonight. I just promised myself I would do, like, 2 shows. Just catch up on half a season of 2 shows. So this is a video I have coming up. I've been working on, and it's Wizards of Waverly Place. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have all these episodes ready to go, just in case. Here we go. Now we're gonna have fun. Oh. Did I even get to this one? Oh my gosh, this one is so good, guys.
Spots will be taken. Everybody.
You'll lose your phone for 2 weeks. And get rid of...
Okay. Now, if you guys... Oops. If you guys saw this thumbnail, this shouldn't be a surprise, but I'm doing the Wizards of Waverly Place reboot as well as the iCarly reboot. So I'm going to be pulling up that next. Oh. Window capture. Ha ha ha. Okay, and boop. Nice. Okay. Sorry, Miss B. She's so cute, guys, isn't she? Hands up for Miss B. Come on. Let's see here. Okay. So, yeah, this next episode's really good. Okay. Number 12 is very good at catching the vibe of the first season. It's called Battle of the Wands, and they kind of add to the Wizards lore while also still remaining to be a really funny episode. It kind of reminds me of Curb Your Dragon. I'm not sure if you guys remember that, but basically, the Russo kids wanted to get a dog that was essentially a dragon, and it would act as a dragon and essentially cause them troubles because it's a dragon. I don't know what else to say. How else? Dragon. It's, oh my god, I can't stop this. I have to go back. This is ridiculous. See, when I mess up this much, it's so frustrating. To get a dog that was essentially a dragon. The dragon goes haywire, is not really a dog, and they have to keep it from the parents. It's a lot of standard wizards getting into the mortal world hijinks. And that's kind of what this episode is. So, Billy is asking Justin, her new teacher, about going to the wizard world to be able to see some underground wizardry. There's like a Battle of the Wands thing that goes down, and it's pretty underground, like, only skeevy people do it. I don't know what word to use to describe, but like dangerous. Like Justin is not approving of this event. The way they disagree on going to it is also really funny. Like Billy and Justin feel like they're being a lot more figured out than they were before. And then everybody else wants to go too. Like Roman somehow wants to go. Milo is going to be the one in charge of actually distracting the parents long enough so they could sneak out and do this. It's so funny to see Milo attempt to convince Justin and Giada and Gianna. Oh my god, what do I call her? And Giada. It's so... Milo attempt to convince Justin and Giada that they're all in the house somehow. Like, he keeps throwing last-minute controversies at them just to keep them busy. It's so funny. Like, in order to let them get out of the house, he's like, I want to know about death. And it's like, what? They pretty much escape. So yeah, Billy is a pretty bad influence on this family. She essentially got everybody to go to the wizard underground world. And there's a lot of people that they recognize here. It almost feels like in middle school when you're going to the mall and you see like the kids you don't like or a girlfriend you broke up with or a purchase you never made. No, I'm just kidding. I got sidetracked. Okay, hold on. Let me go back a little bit. A girlfriend you broke up with, or a teacher you didn't like. I don't know. It's just, it's old. It's old. It's a... I feel like it's just the only thing you have going on for yourself when you're growing up and trying to go through high school. At first, Billy isn't able to get in, so they say that she has to get approval from this one floating hand, and it's actually really fun. They do some good wizard puns in this show. Like, we are not giving them enough credit for that. And it definitely gives me vibes of the old series, like the cheesiness of the costumes, and like still being sets. I don't know why, it's very nostalgic for wizards.
Listen, I didn't get a spot in time. Any chance?
You're right. I think that might work.
Listen, I'm with their kid.
Not so much in the last 15 years, but back in '07, I was the man.
So what's happened the last 15 years?
Not a lot. But back in '07...
I know.
You were the man.
There's this really funny joke of like this man saying that in 2007 things were so much better and he was the man in 2007, and it's a back and forth that seems pretty meaningless, but that's the year this show originally came out, so it's funny to see them like laughing about it. Like it's kind of meta humor.
Like Roman.
Yeah, usually.
I guess we're just gonna have to go to the Pasta Palace with.
Well, that was the next
party.
Roman dude, stop talking.
So eventually Milo can't keep up the charade. His parents end up seeing that the kids are not home. And I don't know why it took them that long, honestly, Justin. You could have been a better father.
And just because Nigel won a competition, that does not make him a winner. Who you are is up to you. Understand?
Yeah.
At a house party?
Roman dude, stop talking.
We're all in big trouble.
Me too.
So Justin finds his way over to the wizard world and gets these kids in trouble. And it's so funny because Roman accidentally reveals that they had a party the previous episode, which it's so funny. I forgot that Justin never found that out. So hearing them acknowledge it is actually kind of gold. And I can't believe Winter, Roman, like, why do the mortals go in so much and everybody just takes it in as normal? Like, they could just always go to the wizard world. Is this really that big of a deal every time? It is giving me a lot of Harry Potter vibes, which is kind of fun.
Well, no, not you, because if your parents found out.
Yeah.
And thank you. Because you got kicked out of WizTech?
The episode kind of has some real heart to it. Like, Justin is about to bust her for getting in... Oh. The really wholesome part of the episode is when Justin realizes that she's not just doing this bad act of running away and trying to be defiant on purpose. Like, she actually is here because she's embarrassed she had to get kicked out of WizTech. And so it's kind of this duality of she's really ashamed and was just doing this out of that reason. When Justin realizes that that's why, he actually encourages her to go and fight them. Then they have this battle, which is actually really cool, adds to the wizard lore, and it's Justin and Billy teaming up against this school bully, using their wands and magic, and whew, the effects are so much better in this day and age than they were back then. I feel like I'm actually falling for this. Oh my gosh, the fairy from the last episode that Roman had a crush on is here too! Oh, that's sweet. So yeah, the guy from 2007, we thought he was irrelevant. Yeah, but he's back. He's with the bully and fights on his side. And this bully looks like he's like 20 years older than Billy, which I guess, I don't know what school they were going to. Wizards are weird. Inevitably, Billy ends up winning and actually gets a lot more pride back. She gives him the trophy, which I would not have done. Like, that's a bully. You don't have to encourage him. But overall, Justin's proud. They form a stronger connection because of it. This show is just really good at being wholesome and not being so light and making wizards seem like not a big deal. Like, they still feel really serious and stuff.
not a lot to talk about.
You know what I'm gonna say next.
I know. Just because I screwed up doesn't make me a screw up.
Try again.
You're taking our phones for 2 weeks.
The only consequence they get is having their phones taken away for a couple weeks, which, do we do that anymore? Or, I don't really know what goes on in the real world. We should be taking away phones more often than that, and that should be a prize, not a punishment. Let's make it positive without the phones, huh?
Said a week.
No, you definitely said 2.
Okay, let's do the next one. Let's see here. Okay, let's... Oh, I gotta go to the studio. Okay, we're switching over. Let's do... Screen capture. Okay, this episode's interesting. Ah. Yay, I'm here. I'm still here, guys. Don't worry. There we go.
Oh well,
Oh.
How about Bianchi was just... Why didn't you just use the microwave? It takes 3 minutes. How about Bianchi was just here? She could have seen you using magic, no?
So next we have episode 13, There's Something About the Russos, and this is where the conflict really comes in. So it starts off as this normal campy episode. Billy decides to make popcorn, but uses magic to do it, and Milo's like, why would you do that? It just takes 3 minutes. And it's so funny, it's the most like mundane humor, but the kids are really good at carrying it out. And Milo's rival, Bianca, I believe her name is, Bianca is already getting suspicious of the Russos to begin with, and now it's going to be a lot harder because she ends up seeing Billy use magic on the popcorn.
I don't want Iggy to think I'm trying too hard. Well, then in that case, you might want to consider wearing...
The money clip? Pinky ring? I can pull off a pinky ring, right?
You? Time. In that case, it's 11.
I don't know. It just seemed...
About a day?
The B plot is interesting in this episode. So Roman has a date with that girl from earlier. All these episodes finally lead to something. And he really wants to impress her, so he's asking advice from Billy. But really, he's focused on wanting this to be a secret. And the episode seems pretty normal until Bianca comes into the room, approaches Milo, and says that she saw something crazy go down. Wow.
It's code. No one can know I'm sneaking off to the wizard world.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
They had a little bit of conflict where Roman is like, nobody can know I'm sneaking off to the wizard world, which is interesting. It's like sneaking out to go to a concert, but instead it's an entire, like, Harry Potter fandom. I don't know, that's just something that's interesting to me.
Hi, Bella. Milo, your friend's here.
That's totally. Oh, I don't know. It just seemed.
It's funny because, like, nobody is taking this Bianca girl seriously, and yet the audience knows, like, she knows they're wizards at this point. Like, you guys are screwed if she sees this. She ends up telling Milo what she knows and going into the mirror, the lair.
You walked through a glowing mirror?
Yeah, you saw it.
I knew something magical was going on here. I'm gonna tell everyone I know. And then I'm gonna tell people I don't know.
Well, not if I...
I don't know, that's just something that's interesting to me. It's funny because, like, nobody is taking this Bianca girl seriously, and yet the audience knows, like, she knows they're wizards at this point. Like, you guys are screwed if she sees this. She ends up telling Milo what she knows. And he panics and pushes her into the mirror. So, we thought that she was suspicious before, but now she definitely knows. And then the mirror breaks. So now this girl is stuck in the original wizard lair with all that magic stuff going on. And she's essentially like, I'm going to tell the world, like, everybody's going to know you're wizards. But it's kind of cool that Milo's the one to push her in. Like, that's such a funny character moment for him. The interesting conflict in this is that since the mirror broke, they can't just automatically fix it. They have to go back to where it originally was first built, which would be that fridge in New York. So we get kind of like a passive reference to the sub shop. It definitely feeds into the original series a lot. I like that there's this girl that is so sure she saw magic this early on in the series, because I don't remember that happening in the original Wizards at all. Like, this is so close to home, and this girl is about to out the whole family. Like, there's a lot of stakes going on, and the fact that she's locked in this room with Gata, the kid's mom, is just so random. And it's so funny because she's so bad at covering up the fact they're wizards. Like, obviously something's going on here.
That you can walk through.
Maybe we get in that way. I need to...
Get in.
How are we gonna get...
The thing I like about this episode a lot is how quickly it kind of turns into, like, this big adventure of Justin and Billy having to team up, go back to where this sub shop was originally, which is this new restaurant, and they have to find a way back into the wizard lair. It comes with a bunch of series of spells that make things a little bit harder to happen. Winter joins them on this mission, and Billy uses magic to kind of get them back into the lair. But it's kind of hard because they're in a lot of public situations, so Billy has to be really careful about using magic. Justin is still, like, the same character he was in the original series. Like, he would go on the adventure and be just the one that's like, we can't do this. Like, that is very Justin of him. I like how him being a dad doesn't really mean a lot of changes had to be done for his character. They could kind of throw us back into the show pretty easily. As Roman... As Roman's already returning from his date, he runs into his mom and Bianca, who are in the wizard lair. Next thing you know, the secret is getting more and more out, and now Gaeta is just upset at the fact her son didn't tell her he was going on a date. That was just such a crazy streaming. It's crazy how like the A, B, and C plots kind of got thrown out when this girl thinks she found out these guys are wizards, and that had to kind of take precedent over all the events going on. I like that. Like, that's a really interesting way to build everything up by the end. Something that a normal conventional sitcom couldn't even do unless it was like heavily based on lore. And I bet you're probably thinking, how are the Russos going to get out of this one? That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, Bianca clearly knows.
You can't, Arabella Marisa. Expect me to believe.
Oh, wait. They just have a memory erasing spell. That was easy enough.
With their uncle. It's a way to spend.
If this episode had to remind me of anything, it would probably be the Harper Knows episode, because that one is very centered around wizards being a secret. Like, they have... the whole family pressuring Alex not to tell Harper about their secret. And even though it's not like that with Winter and everybody's kind of open about this, it doesn't mean that there's not a threat of something going loose. It could also remind me of Wizards Exposed, when the entire world ended up finding out there were wizards. Like, that would be interesting too. I feel like there's a lot of connections to the old show in this one, mainly the later series, which is funny because we're still in season 1. Like, that's insane.
How'd you get this reservation? It's impossible to get a table here.
Okay. Oh, this one's cool. Dang. Let's see. What's up, Miss B? We're just hanging out. Oh, yeah, I had to choose the new episode, lol. Ooh, oh, what's going wrong? No, I'm just kidding. Just have to choose the episode. Okay. This episode is also really kind of cool. Ugh, I love this episode, actually. Be careful not to mess with the balance of things. Because every bee is not how she sleeps. No. Didn't want to do the solo. Not cool. Okay, then we have season 1, episode 14, Ready Player One, which is a cool parody of the movie Ready Player One. And this episode is really fun. I feel like they're actually using the Wizards persona to make this episode a lot more interesting than any sitcom could have been. Basically, the premise of this is them becoming a board game. But I'll get into that in a second.
Do where he hints that it's time for me to go home and
If we were playing Scrabble. Hey guys, I have an idea. We should play Scramble.
Oh boy, here we go.
What?
Well, every time we have a Russo family game night, Roman always has to win.
It's annoying.
I don't have to win.
But he's won all these games.
What's wrong? Oh, hey, have you seen my Game Master robe?
That's why you scream.
Oh, okay. This episode's actually in a lot of fun spirit because it's just such a grounded episode idea that Roman keeps winning all these board games, and it's family game night. I don't know if you guys remember that, but there was a family game night in the original series too. And here it's a lot more modernized. I like that they kind of lean into the fact that games nowadays that are like with a group are more so Dungeons and Dragons or role-playing-esque than they necessarily are what they used to be with like Monopoly and Chutes and Ladders and stuff. But this one is really creative because, like, for example, Roman likes to be the dungeon master. Everybody has a reason to be a kid and still into games like this. And it takes on a very escape room vibe, where the wizard world gets collided because Billy wants to have a game that Roman can't win. This ends up going way too far when her and Winter go to the wizard lair, find a board game that is essentially a Jumanji ripoff, Haunted Mansion. And it's like kind of, no, actually, it's not a ripoff. It's like Clue, where you get a weapon, you're in different rooms, but also kind of escape roomy, where their entire house transforms into this game. And it's cool that the whole family and Winter are playing. Like, I like that they actually are having everybody be a part of this. Magic gets involved because the entire house turns into this new setup. And this is a clever way of using a single location, but also mixing it up a lot. Like, it looks like it's genuinely, like, taken straight out of a play. And each of the characters get assigned a role in this. Like, Billy's a cheerleader, Winter is a Sherlock Holmes type, and for some reason, Justin is just in spandex in, like, an 80s outfit. Aw, but Milo's outfit's kind of cute. It's, like, just him as a little scientist. Aw. And their only way to get out, basically they all have to work together to find a way out of here. And there's a lot of hints and clues. And it's funny because it, like, goes between being their house and this escape room type place over and over again. And they even find, like, a little rat's room. Oh my god, that's not even the way to say it. Let me try back. Hey. The coolest part of this episode, though, is the effects and transitions. Like, they make it look like you're watching a board game by having every character have their own piece. And it's like, they didn't have to do that. Whoever directed this episode really committed to this bit.
Yes, I got it. I figured it out with my
Needle.
song. What?
Internet, and that's what it's.
You see the look on Billy's face when she finds out I found the next clue.
Hello, found it.
That is not how I'm gonna tell it.
Yeah, that.
The plot shifts to be a lot more about Roman this time around, where he's so focused on winning and Billy's so focused on trying to prove him wrong that they end up getting into actual danger. A spider ends up catching all the characters in a web, albeit comedically, having them, like, be pretty much stuck, and the only one that could really save them is Roman, but Roman's real fear is spiders, so he does not want to take them on, and he's so funny when he's scared. He just, like, runs away, despite the fact he's dressed as Indiana Jones. He keeps making a lot of funny beard references, and I don't know, this character's really growing on me.
I'm gonna jab this right wildly and hope.
That's what we need. That's what we need. Grab it. Oh, so get out of the. Okay.
Nope, he's got the right. He is in charge.
There's not too much more to say about this episode. It kind of feels like a little bit of a horror episode in a way, which I like, but... And as they're, like, crammed up in the kitchen with this giant spider about to eat them, it's almost like things are actually about to go wrong, until they realize all they need to do is solve the game. And once they get that figured out, then everything goes back to the way it was. So nothing was really at stake, but at the same time, everything was happening. You know, like, there was a little bit of... We were invested in Roman's story, and we were interested in seeing if Billy had to save the day, or if he can actually come through and help. And I like that a lot. And I like that Justin was a good sport about it, and really cared, because it still means he could be nerdy while also having fun, you know? Dang, this is gonna be hard, guys. No. Sorry. Going to the next episode. I just need to make sure I got my Wizards of Waverly Place stuff in. Everything is not what it seems. Wow, this is where it gets really interesting. I don't remember the plot of Family Game Night. Does anybody else? Oh, sorry guys. This is like I can't I just after that episode, things start getting serious and they don't calm down, which is good because that was like a nice filler episode. I was going to spend time talking about how it reminds me of Family Game Night from season 2 of Wizards of Waverly Place, but do you really need me to go into all that? Because I'm pretty sure it's self-explanatory. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I like summarizing shows. I like also talking about what's going on now versus what happened when that was going on. Um, I still think it's fun to do. I guess I'll get better at retrospectives as I go along. I don't know. Sorry if you don't like my videos. But also just don't watch them. I get a lot of people that don't watch my videos. Actually, not even like 0.001% of the world watches my videos. So I feel pretty proud of that. I think. Okay. Oh. Yeah, let me make this smaller. No copyrights. Thank you. Okay. I look like a weatherman the way I'm holding this up.
Fishing, Milo. You still have that fishing pole?
Nah, it snapped. I was trying to give Roman a wedgie from the top up.
Oh, she is in.
Okay. So the next episode 15, Quest Birthday Ever, is when things actually get kicked up a notch. These kinds of episodes I actually don't see on Wizards of Waverly Place as much as I see in like cartoons. Like my favorite show, Shaolin Showdown, would have an episode where like one of the characters would go on a quest and it would be more this like apprentice master type setup, which is pretty relevant for the way they're setting up Justin and Billy. And it's really cool. I like this like sensei type role Justin gets to play because it makes him more of a moralistic character than necessarily a smart aleck. And they're adding to the lore once again. It's like this whole quest concept is interesting. So Justin announces that essentially when a wizard turns 13, they are supposed to go on a quest. And it's usually something that tests their brain power or their courage or something like that. I don't know. Billy has a speech about it. Insert here. So yeah, Justin is going to assign Billy something really challenging, or so we think. Turns out he is just going to give her a quest that involves her finding this library book. Kind of lame, Justin. Like, I feel like he could have came up with something more interesting. Like, when you're a genius at the wizard world, why are you not just a little bit more interesting of a person, you know? Like, you could deal with magic. That's cool. And this is where we get a hint of some of that other stuff that's been going on in the background throughout the season. Like, one by one, there's been different villains that are kind of targeting Billy. And we kind of don't know why, because she is just like a normal wizard. Like, why would she have any special way of Why would she have any special influence over what's going on?
I'm not.
A random cloaked being, which is essentially evil, comes out of Billy's mirror and ends up taking Justin's request assignment and replacing it with this magical box. And as an audience member, like, I fall for this. Of course, since the box is getting in the way, Billy would assume that is for her. So she ends up going inside of the box, which is honestly a cool concept, and she gets sent on her birthday quest, which is really being misled. So she ends up in this really dark cavern cave type place that says only the truly powerful may pass. And it's so perfect because, of course, she assumes this is Justin, and wow, that's scary already.
You want to build your own omelet bar?
Yep. And it's probably too late to book the music on it, but my cousin has a bunch of beer.
She's 13.
Not 100% sure what guile is.
On a party for 13.
Justin's got some funny bits in this episode, like thinking he's so clever to send her to the library, and he does like some weird sleuthing thing down the hallway, which is worth watching. I don't know. This episode just made me laugh out loud a little bit. And Gata has a really sweet side to her. Like, she wants to throw Billy a party for her birthday, and she just wants her to have a good time because she hasn't really had that kind of warmth in her own life before. And Gata, too. Like, she's like, this is the most special thing you could experience. So, like, why not celebrate your 13th birthday? They end up getting a party planner that kind of streamlines everything to be a lot more what Gianna wants than anybody else, like, even for Billy. He's like a wizard party planner, which I didn't realize we needed. But that's not actually what the episode's about. Let me get back to Billy. So Billy is in this really dark cavern, fire spewing up from the ground, and she basically has to platform over a bunch of random canyons. I don't know why there's no metaphor behind this. It's just a random setup. The B-plot... There's kind of unnecessarily a C-plot where Roman and Milo are playing video games, but they get bored, so they end up seeing what Billy's up to and find the chest. They end up going into the cavern with Billy, which I don't think is 100% necessary, but whatever, it's part of the plot. And they help her get to the end of her quest, which turns out to be to get this really shiny amulet that's across the cavern. They use their video game skills to help her get to the end. And I wish there was more of a metaphor for this. Like, is it teamwork? Is it like meant to be? It feels kind of randomly placed that Milo and Roman are helping her. I mean, they have some good one-liners, so I guess that's a reason to keep watching. Like, the comedy in this show is really good and spot on for the fact that they're so focused on the lore. When they end up getting the amulet, she assumes her purpose... Yeah, right as they get the amulet, they're about to head back, but end up in danger, only falling from a cliff, which is terrifying. Justin ends up jumping into the quest and helping save them all. That's when they realize that the quest was kind of being misled. Like, this is not what Justin had them do. So everybody's a little confused and off-put by whatever just happened, leading to a really weird energy. Something I kind of like that the show is not afraid to give us as an audience. Like, I should be a little bit worried about what's going on. Questions keep coming up and nothing gets answered. And that's something the show is doing really well, like holding back their reveals and actually having a meaning for it. And then at the same time, we're getting this really genuine story of Gianna setting up a party for somebody who's never had one. It ends up being like a party that Billy wouldn't really want it all. It's like pink and frilly, and that's not really her style. Roman takes credit for it, which is kind of jerky of him. I don't know why he's just saying he did it too. Like, you were on the quest the whole time, buddy. And yeah, but Billy's flattered because she's never had something like this, and it turns into a heartwarming moment. So not only do we have questions and confusion about this new power that Billy had just found, but we're starting to have a little heartfelt moments too. And that's why this episode it did a good job making me feel warm. Hmm. And this is where I'm finding myself having a hard time comparing it to the original show, because I feel like the stakes were never this high in the original first season of Wizards of Waverly Place. I mean, the closest it's come to is probably Wizard School, when Alex goes in and finds out that somebody's evil at the school and has to kind of catch her in the act. This is a little bit different. It's more like they're being given the roundabout wild goose chases, and Billy is kind of being coerced into falling for something, some kind of dark magic that we're not quite sure of yet. And in the original show, like, when it did get kind of plot twisty, we saw a lot of these elements, and they're doing it really well this time around. Like, it feels like the original show, but also jumping off into new territory, being just about Billy instead of the other show, which was more so about Alex, Max, and Justin. That's like leaning into a stronger narrative. It's easier to go from episode to episode and be more serialized when we're following one character and their emotional journey, especially as we see her go from being a rebel and like trying to figure out what she sees in herself, as well as like becoming this wizard and coming of age. Like, there's a lot of elements that make this feel very organic in a way that I can't even like compare to iCarly or any of the other reboot shows. Like, they all do such a good job at being their own thing while also respecting the initial show. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I'm gonna have to go quicker. You boys getting tired. Having fun, but tired. You could be tired and still have fun. You could be fun and still have tired. Okay, Miss B. Okay. Okay. It's so hard to figure out how to describe the next one. Season 1, episode 16 is called While You Were Sleepcasting. And it's a funny episode, but also it definitely reeks of nostalgia. Like, it feels like it would be in the original show while also accomplishing a decent bit of plot. Because it's kind of about Billy trying to fit in. Billy and Winter get an opportunity to mingle with one of the popular girls at school. This means a lot to them. Something that I hadn't seen in so long. I feel like I didn't realize teenagers still kind of broke off into different sectors of popularity. But I like that, they're focused on, Billy wanting approval from this girl. Like, she's really sweet. And Roman also has a crush on her, which, Roman, don't forget about that fairy tale girl. What happened to her? So things escalate really quickly for Billy in this, because this new girl wants to be their friend, and they're like, oh, let's hang out after school, cool, yeah. And then when they get back to Billy's house, Gata is like, why don't you sleep over? And Billy's like, no, I have a problem with that. And it kind of gets this dramatic twist that we don't really know what it is. And then she reveals to Winter that it's because she sleepcasts sometimes, and it's when she accidentally uses magic in her sleep, and it's kind of this anxiety-inducing experience if she falls asleep without wearing this certain type of headgear. Something that's really interesting for the premise of the show. Like, a really specific insecurity to have, to be like, no, I just don't want to fall asleep at a sleepover. Something that seems like a normal high school problem that could escalate because she's a wizard. And seeing her be insecure about this just reminds me that she's just growing up and trying to go through her own trials and tribulations, figure out who she is, and that's a really sweet premise. It reminds me of I'm trying to be thorough, but I'm also exhausted. I had an 8-hour I had an 8-hour shift today. Hey, Andy. And then I came home to do this, and I'm kind of tired. But you know what? It's good to be tired. No, never mind. I don't know what I was about to go with that. I don't know what speech I was gonna give. Okay, so we're gonna talk about. So while you were sleep casting, reminds me. I swear there was an episode like this. Maybe was it Alex in the Middle? Oh my gosh, this actually no. This is. I can't always get. This. Of course, this episode is exactly like I Almost Drowned in a Chocolate Fountain. In this episode, it's so similar. Oh, man. Okay. Sorry, guys. So this episode reeks of I Almost Drowned in a Chocolate Fountain, mainly because it's an entire episode devoted to this one night where it's really important things go a certain way. In the original, it was for Selena Gomez to go on a date with this guy she had a crush on, and in this episode, it's the girls wanting to fit in with the popular crowd. magic gets in the way with both, where... Billy ends up having a nightmare, all because she's like throwing spells in her sleep. She falls asleep when they're all having a sleepover, and it's wacky. It kind of reaches into the insecurities that Billy's been having lately, and it is really an interesting plot point to see this character care so much about how she's perceived. And it's funny because in the I Drowned in a Chocolate Fountain episode, something similar escalated where magic got to Alex in a way that she started caring more about chocolate than she did about her normal circumstance. Like, in this way, sleep casting is Billy's distraction and kind of getting in the way of her normal life. But they did a really good job at evolving the show to be something a lot more interesting than impressing a guy. You know, like, this is actually what Billy's going through. Something that the new show does really good. In the B plot, Justin and his kids are trying to have a boys' night since the girls are having a sleepover, okay? I like it when shows theme around this idea that, like, the genders switch off and then they bond over really specific things, and then, I don't know, it's funny in a sleepover setting. I feel like they kind of did it in the new iCarly with Miss Benson sleeping over one of their houses, and that was unexpected but fun. Everybody but Billy gets involved in this sleep casting incident, because all these spells are going so haywire, and Gata is the one who inevitably goes into her dreams and helps her out by telling her, by hearing why Billy's insecure. And it's really sweet. It's a nice moment. The sleepover ends in embarrassment when this new girl, like, wants answers of what was going on, and while everybody's, like, poorly trying to cover it up, it's clear that the Russos are really suspicious all the time. Where's Bianca when you need her? Oh my gosh, and the boys end up going centaur tipping, which is a parody of cow tipping. Not sure if you guys heard of that, but cow tipping is when teenagers run and push over a cow. I learned about it from back at the barnyard on Nickelodeon and some random folklore, and that's just such a random, weird thing that I didn't know people used to do. I don't know. Ask your grandfather or your grandfather's grandfather. They end up tipping the centaur, and it ends up coming back to bite them when... Oh, wait, not in this episode, but we'll talk about it. In the end, Billy actually... Oh, the centaur shows up to their house and actually disrespects Justin. Oh, then they push Justin over, calling it person tipping. Oh, that's funny. What a nice end to that episode. Oh, and then Billy and this new girl end up making up. Billy feels better about herself by the end of the episode because despite the fact that she wears headgear, this new girl says she wears headgear too, so they end up bonding, and I guess that's enough to create a bond. I guess that's enough to create a resolution to the episode. Yeah, all around definitely gives me Hannah Montana vibes, just in the fact that, like, it's kind of about her managing this double life and fitting into her normal life. The same way that original episode, I Almost Drowned in a Chocolate Fountain, kind of reminds me of Hannah Montana. I mean, they were on at the same time, but this double life really was an interesting concept when it came to storytelling. And it's cool seeing it come back and be entertaining in this new era. Then after When You Were Sleepcasting, we have... Oh, tired, John. It's okay, guys. I have ice cream waiting for me. After we're done, of course. Oh! I disappeared. Hey! Didn't see me there. Oh, no! Disappeared. Hey, I'm back. No! Got me. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, I'm getting rid of that. And we're doing a new one. So we got... The next episode we're doing is called... Abra Disaster. Wait, what the... Oh, here I am. Oh. Oh, Milo's huge. Okay, okay. Gonna put you right here, little episode. Little Wizards Beyond Waverly Place episode. Then I'm gonna put myself right here. Okay, cool. Okay. Back in action. Okay, so this...
Sage?
By the way, you're gonna crush it on the newspaper today.
Really? Thanks. I know what you did there, but I am kind of nervous, so I'm gonna pretend you meant it.
Greetings, fellow students! I know what you're thinking. At first, she wasn't. Yet now, she is.
Interesting.
Sage! We have talked about this. No smoke. You're gonna...
Don't feel bad.
Ugh, I'm having trouble remembering this episode.
I don't get it. This morning you said it was a great trick.
Oh, I did say that, didn't I?
Pick a card. You're in the show.
Well,
To you.
I was doing a good...
Movies.
Before they go bad.
For my first trick,
On.
Hey, the...
I don't remember this. I'm sorry, friends. I have to. If I don't remember it, I'm gonna have to come back to it. I hate when I do that. It's okay. I'm just shy. Okay, let's try Hit Me With Your Best Bot. Oh, yeah, these episodes get really good, guys. Oh, I'm so excited to like kind of go over the rest of them. I was invested when I was watching it the other day. I was like, wow, this show is interesting. Oh. Oh. Here we go. Welcome. New episode. Okay, let's see here.
I mean, if you don't want to use magic, there's no reason for me to stay. Bye, have a great day.
Jesus.
Seriously, calculated manipulator. Oh, morning. Okay. Maybe I slept in and this is the first place.
Back.
I've read every robot comic book. I've seen every sci-fi movie.
If you and I teamed up to build a robot, we'd dominate that robot rumble.
You're...
It's expired. That's definitely expired.
Oh, Justin.
I'll be right back. I have to go to the wizard market.
Ooh, you know, we're out of bananas. Could you grab some?
Giada, it's a wizard market.
Giada.
So, no bananas?
Actually, I don't know.
It's my art teacher called Nightmarish.
I am so sorry, sir. I didn't see you there.
Ha ha. You, sir, are a monster.
But I...
Monster!
In cahoots, create a robot that beep.
Second with googly eyes.
This.
Build a robot. Snuggle.
By the serpent scale, I will be out of your hair.
Oh, fresh out.
So did we! He's incredible.
Want to try one of those stalls on the
And
To my face.
There's a troll running around here. Nobody thought.
would stand by and do nothing while someone needed him. And I, sir, am no jerk bag.
Here, take the serpent scale. It's yours. Just go.
Magic for everything, so I never thought of it.
Books, Roman.
About earlier. If you would just...
You... Axe? Longer than...
Coming when he...
of ogre hair and a sprinkle of serpent scale. Expired. Those dates are just suggestions. I'm sure
Hi,
it's
guys.
not really expired.
Do you run... No, I don't run aggressively average. That's Brian.
Why did I smell it?
Okay, this one's fun. Okay. So... The next episode we have is episode 18, Hit Me With Your Best Bot. And this one's interesting because Billy essentially is feeling left out now that Roman and Winter are creating a robot, and they kind of don't want her involved. It's more of a science thing, and Billy's more of magic, which is kind of funny. It reminds me of the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour a little bit. It's cute to see Billy feel left out. She even recruits Milo to kind of compete against them, just to teach him a lesson. And of course, the thing is, they're not supposed to use magic, but But how long do you think it takes for them to actually use magic? Yeah, not that long. In the B-plot, Justin realizes that he needs a serpent's tail to help him... Oh, he needs a serpent scale to help finish this recipe for a spell he's creating. He doesn't have it, so he has to go to this wizard flea market type place, which is a cool idea for a plot. It kind of reminds me of the episode where... It kind of reminds me of the dragon episode where they have that guy that sells them the dragon, and you realize that they could rip you off in the wizard world. Yeah, we get to see a lot more of the wizard world and how, like, potions and things can be traded or bought, which is kind of cool. But more so, the A-plot is about Billy. So Billy and Milo get this giant cauldron, and they try to make a robot out of, like, a bunch of just random pieces. It's so funny to see them just, like, throwing stuff in as if it's just going to create a robot. And seeing Milo and Billy bond is really cute because I feel like I've not seen plots with them yet. It's definitely going to grow the show a lot more the more the siblings get along. Like, it makes me think of the original series a lot more. Yeah, so at this market, Gata follows Justin, and she finds a lot of really cool stuff. We get a lot of fun magic moments, like the fairies are working there, and Gata accidentally takes something that turns her into a troll, which, by the way, I get it. We like the original series and when it did, like, cheesy makeups or special effects, but it's kind of awkward to see her as a purple monster the whole time. Justin's whole plot is he keeps offending this one ogre with one eye, and I love seeing him, like, try to defend himself. It reminds me a lot of, like, Drake and Josh, with Josh trying to fit in but going horribly wrong. Like, Justin's really good at being that type of character too. As the robot competition continues, they start trashing each other and even fighting at school about who is going to win this. And it becomes more about magic and science. Oh, and Billy brings this giant new robot, and they're kind of like, "You used magic?" And she's like, "No way, why would I do that?" But it's like a huge robot. There's no way you just made that. Like, come on, Billy. But they acknowledge it, so it's a lot funnier that way. It ends up going buck wild all over the gym room floor during this robot war competition. It reminds me of that robot war episode of Zoe 101 where they have robots fight each other. It's a little similar to the Battle of the Wands competition, but I'm going to forgive it because it's a completely different premise this episode. Justin has trouble trying to get this serpent scale so bad, and next thing you know, he's running into a lot more trouble with Giada. Turns out if he doesn't find this, she's going to be in deep trouble. And turns out the only person selling a serpent scale is the guy he keeps offending, the ogre. Oh my gosh. So now he has to like kind of make up for every wrong misunderstanding he did, and he's so bad at it right off the gate. But the guy is so funny, I don't even like care. The ogre ends up getting scared of Gaeta, and Justin essentially makes it look like he's defending him and actually gets on his good side, allowing him to finally buy the serpent scale, and that's kind of the end of that plot. Meanwhile, Billy feels bad because her robot went so chaotic.
I'm gonna be feeling this tomorrow. He's talking! Well, keep doing it!
Has not been put in.
When it comes to resolving the robot plot, basically Roman and Winter are there to save the day. Billy kind of made everything a lot more dangerous with this new magic invention, so they have to fight the robot back.
Buddy?
The episode kind of ends with Billy getting away from it. The episode kind of ends with Billy getting away with it. Roman saves the day, so everybody's like kind of off on a good note, and they talk about the fact that Billy needs to be kind of a better person. Fair enough. But I just like... Sure, it's like kind of a filler episode. It doesn't really accomplish a lot when it comes to the plot and everything that's about to happen on this show, but it's still fun, and I like seeing Roman have to step up once again. I definitely don't think the original series had the kids get away with as much as they did. Like, Justin is never finding out about anything that Billy gets away with, unlike the real show, which is like Jerry and Teresa had a lot of moments where they found out that the kids were up to no good. They'd have to bail them out of a lot of situations, but this didn't really have to be bailed out of. It was more like friends coming together to realize their worth, and Billy not using shortcuts in a way that could compromise her values with her friends. Something really sweet. I like it when episodes do this. And trust me, like, there's going to be a lot more plot going on, so it's not like this isn't a fun little break. Oh, well, speak of the devil, or should I say wizard, episode 19, Raiders of the Locked Archive, is when things get a lot more intense. So there's two things going on in this episode that I feel like it's a double A plot episode because so much is happening. So the whole family is going to be heading to the wizard commissioning office because Justin has a chance to be on the board, which would mean he was in a big position of power ever since he was fired from WizTech, which would kind of be a big idea, which would kind of be a big dream of his. So he's really hyped on it. I like that we're kind of steering away from the school plot lines and going a little bit more into the wizard world plot lines. We see the woman come back from the episode before where she was testing Roman on her wizarding skills, on Roman's wizarding skills. So there's a lot of consistency. This woman is a lot of power at the wizard community.
The remote.
I thought Roman had it.
I don't have it. Like Alice World.
And sure, that sounds like it's a really steep plot hole. And sure, that sounds like it's a really steep plot development, but guess what's even more steep? The fact that Billy still has that amulet from the Quest episode. So I feel like if we were talking about filler, like, this immediately precedes the events of that episode, where she's a lot more curious about this amulet, and it almost is like drawn to her, concerning her a little bit. And this is where we're going to get our answers in this episode. Something that I've really wanted.
So no one has everything. What am I saying? It's you. Of course he doesn't know.
Just please don't say anything until I can figure all this out.
We won't. But no more secrets from us, okay?
Deal.
They have a sweet moment where Billy is like bringing the amulet with her, and she wants to find more answers, and Roman's like, okay, but like, you can't keep secrets from us. Like, it's okay to keep it from the parents, but not from us. And that's a loyalty thing. I like that Roman's kind of about that.
Since we're all coming clean, we got a serious and problem.
Minutes.
That's right, I don't.
Maybe it wants me to go with him.
It smells like the old
Tribunal chamber, cafeteria, archive.
The amulet starts being weird and telling Billy what to do. Like, she's like, you need to go with Justin. And so Roman and Milo follow her. And then when they actually get to the place, they see that they should be going to the archives room. Which is interesting, because it's like, why would she need to go to the archives? I like that Justin's plot is just as important, where he has to speak in front of the board in a way that, like, if he wants to get this commissioner's job, he has to look like a really good wizard. And there's people here to testify against him. Oh my gosh, it's people from the previous episodes. So the centaur that he tipped a couple episodes ago, the centaur he tipped a couple episodes ago, yeah, that's somebody they're going to be getting a vouch for. That's somebody who's giving a vouch for Justin. And then another person. So if you care about Justin and his journey, this is kind of a big deal. And I kind of do. You know, like, he's the only original character. Like, I want him to be back in a position of power, considering the series starts with him kind of down on his luck. So it's fun to watch and, like, really care about the outcome of this situation. In the B plot, or A plot, I guess. So I'm getting really confused, see? So Billy, Roman, and Milo find the archives, and it's guarded by this big man, and most of the episode is them trying to find a way around the man. Like, they even have Milo stand on Roman's shoulders just to sneak in, which is such a cartoony, like, plot line to even do. I can't believe they do that. And it works. They actually trick him into leaving long enough for them to find a painting with a prophecy on it. And Billy is able to read it. She just needs like a little bit of time. And uh-oh, too late. The guy comes back, stopping her from being able to finish reading it. And I feel like I had a good clue of what was going to be read. Like, Billy is going to be the one to end the world. That is a crazy, crazy idea for a prophecy. Oh, spoiler alert, I guess. Well, you guys need to know. It's interesting because it's a picture of Billy with an amulet, and the world is basically crumbled around her, making it feel like, oh my god, like something is going to happen. And she feels the weight of that pretty quickly as well. The episode culminates when Justin is standing up for himself and being like, look, you guys, you need me here, and I care about people and stuff, whatever main characters need to say to get the promotion, I guess. He realizes something more important than getting this role is that Billy is in trouble and he can sense it. So he goes to the archives to kind of defend Billy in a little magical battle between him and the guardian of the office, which is really cool to look at. But in this scenario, Justin's kind of the bad guy. Like, this guy's getting paid to block this archive. So why are you fighting him, Justin? But yeah, a lot of moralistically questionable things go on here. But I like it that it's more in the wizarding world that these things happen. The woman, the commissioner that is usually in charge of everything comes in and defends Justin, saying that they want him to be a part of this position of power, which is really exciting for kind of everybody. In the end, Milo actually steals the prophecy, giving it back to Billy. So now she has enough time to read it, sees that she's the one to end the world. Ruh-roh. Existential crisis cubed. And I really like the way they did it. It seemed like it was a simple episode about Justin trying to get a promotion. But you could tell that whatever's going on with this amulet thing is going to be taking precedent really soon. And the fact that Billy is trusting her instinct, kind of keeping it between her, Milo, and Roman is really cool. It all rings like very 2000s plot lines. And the original Wizards almost couldn't do it this well. You know, like, there wasn't a build-up toward anything big. There wasn't a lot of heart that needed to be had. They were in the same family, so they were kind of sworn to each other. But Billy needing to stay in this family, feeling insecure, like, borderline running away at different times. Like, it's important that everything is balanced very carefully in order for her to live there. And I like that. It adds a lot of stakes, and we care about Justin's role in it all. We care about where Selena's been, and there's just so much to expect going forward. And considering we only have 2 episodes left, like, I am hooked. I remember when I first saw this, I, like, had to go to the next episode and then the following one before I could even stop. So I'm gonna ditch comparing it to the original show's episodes, because at this point it is just so on its own that we don't even need to jump into that. So the next episode is called When You Wish Upon a Squonk, episode 20, and it actually escalates even further. So wow, I'm so tired. I just gotta keep pushing. I'm so close to, like, finishing this season. I would love to. I'd be so happy tomorrow. So why not do it? This is for you, future Johnny. Just be happy you get work done. No, just kidding. This is just too fun. Like, how do I not have fun doing this? Okay. Let's see here. Now, if you heard me say the title of this episode, which you probably did less than 2 seconds ago, what's a squonk? That's what I'm thinking. That's what you were thinking. That's what we're all thinking. What is a squonk? I went into this episode being so confused about it and interested at the same time. And it has a lot more bigger implications than you think of being like a simple one-off episode. I didn't cover this before, but in the episode, there's something about the Russos when they had Bianca coming so close to finding the Wizards' family secret out that they're wizards. I love this girl. she ends up leaving with this like magic crystal like ball and finds out, and we find out later what that really was. I like how they kind of didn't tell us before, but now they are telling us.
That was just.
It feels like end of season territory, especially since it starts with Jerry and Teresa coming in as a 2-part finale. Yeah, nostalgia. So they come in and they get to see their grandkids, which I'm like, oh, I forgot they're all related. It's definitely a nice way to keep everybody in the family and go back to the old show without being too cheesy about it. And it sucks that we don't see Selena yet, but hey, just hold on because it's going to happen eventually. Yeah, and Jerry gets to see Billy again, but this time they actually know each other, and it's kind of sweet to think about that. Teresa and Gaeta have a lot of plot together, which is kind of sweet. Like, I didn't expect them to have so many things in common until Teresa started talking about, like, hey, like, now that you know your family's wizard, like, how do you feel about that? And it kind of opens up, like, a really interesting psychological idea of, like, mental health. Like, are you taking care of yourself? Like, don't let this entire world of wizardry become your world. Or if it does, like, make sure, like, you're taking care of yourself in the process. I like that approach to this episode.
May, I know seasons.
Wait, so that's Mom?
So, yeah, right.
No, seriously, I didn't use magic.
Oh, then I guess it's just an aberrant low pressure system.
So suddenly, and this is where the mystery begins, it starts to snow. Roman and Milo think that Billy did this because it's magic. Who could have done it? And now we just have a little hint that magic is going on and nobody's in control of it. Something I'm kind of scared of. Justin gets the role at the commissioner's office, and it's pretty much his first day right off the bat. I like that. I like that they're just letting us get to see this pan out.
So, was it as fun as I imagined it would be?
Oh, yeah. Some might even say too much fun.
I knew it. Let's get you settled in. This is the chamber. Break room's over there. And that's the globe that tracks outbreaks of magic around the world. Oh, looks like there's a suspicious magical weather event. Someone conjured a blizzard in
Staten Island.
Isn't that where you live? With that powerful wizard? The one that you're
And right off the bat, Justin has some problems on his hands. They find out that there is like a magical outburst somewhere in Staten Island. The commissioner is like, aren't you training a wizard? And he's like, maybe that's her. And then we kind of lean into the fact that Billy's always been a rebel, and despite the fact that she's grown a lot since that first episode, they still kind of have their reservations or judgments about her, which is very interesting to start off. It's kind of the boy who cries wolf type story where everybody thinks it's Billy, but that's like doing way more harm than good.
Yeah, but Billy wouldn't use magic to conjure a blizzard in...
Of course, he defends her at first, but secretly he thinks it is her.
Breaking my neck.
Then we get a good plot twist. So while everybody's thinking the magic's going on because of Billy, Bianca comes in and reveals that that little ball she had earlier accesses this magic wishing guy named a Squonk. And it's mainly he's mainly a jokester, somebody who just like causes mischief and stuff. And He definitely reminds me of Beetlejuice. I'm not sure if you guys saw the musical, the show, Beetlejuice, but he is designed exactly like that. And it's funny because it's like he is a troublemaker like that too.
Billy, we got I don't squonking.
Jerry notices him before anybody else, which is kind of cool, and he, like, recognizes that he's a squonk, so, like, I like Jerry being involved in the wizard world still. Like, there's something about it that's really humbling to me. And the squonk turns Jerry into a turtle. Okay. Dangerous.
What if I'm losing control of my powers?
Justin tries to approach Billy and is like, hey, like, what's going on? And Billy thinks that it is her. Like, even she believes it, which is kind of sad. She thinks that there's, like, a part of her that is becoming evil already because of that whole prophecy she learned. Justin reveals that he knew about the prophecy, and if I were her, I'd feel a little betrayed. He's, like, explaining that he's known this whole time.
Billy?
Magic that's been happening, and it wasn't you, it was creature magic.
I could have told you that.
Just
Can we put it back in the bowl?
Forget it.
Look, there it is.
So Billy pretty much runs away, and then just in time, Justin, oh, pun, that was kind of cool the way that worked out. Justin realizes that it's creature magic that is the reason there's been weird sightings going on around Staten Island. Bianca's squonk is creating it all, but it's too late. Billy's gone, and now they all have to capture the squonk without Billy, which is definitely a really cool plot line.
I don't know how. I wish I could just forget all about the stupid.
Just, it's not for warehouse.
Well, she was in her room, but that was before I was a turtle.
Where did they go?
Oof, and then we get a fire finale to the episode where everybody is able to solve the squonk situation. Like Jerry, Teresa, Justin, they all come together, solve it, and they're like, where's Billy? And then we find out she ran away. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that leads us to the season finale. Isn't this exciting? Like, they're doing such a good job at leading to a bigger story, and the original show did not do this. Did not. Like, they had a couple, like, specials, like Wizards versus Zombies, this versus this, but, like, they never really gradually led up to something as much as they're doing here. Ha ha ha. No! I keep disappearing. No! Oh my gosh, if I have to deal with this like one more time, I'm just gonna, move myself away? No, I'm gonna move this. Okay, let's try it now. So, we're gonna have a little, Is anybody still here with me? This is my whole life. Me just recording videos. Being watched by nobody. No, I'm just kidding. Now, before we dive into this epic season finale, episode 21, Night is Now, episode 21 nigh is now, we have to acknowledge the fact that there's exactly 21 episodes in this first season, mimicking the exact amount there was in the original Wizards, which, if you knew the original Wizards, the second season's like 30 episodes. I doubt they're going to be doing that, guys, but I don't know. I dare you to match it. We definitely need TV to be longer these days. So yeah, we get to the final episode of the season, and the last two have been 25 minutes as opposed to the usual 22, which is very exciting. I like that they take their time telling a story, and they don't really have to worry about act breaks the way sitcoms used to have to. So we start off right when Billy is missing. It's just Justin, Gata, Winter, and Milo. So even Roman's missing in this equation, which I like. I like that Roman and Billy kind of end up together a lot, especially when Billy and Justin aren't interweaving plots. Like, that's a nice relationship that's kind of their own age, where you could see how they bring out different parts of each other. And dang, there's just none of this is like the original series. It's getting insane. Oh, spoke too soon. Selena Gomez is here. And we finally get the story from right where we left off in the pilot, where Selena is kind of explaining how they both know the prophecy, and maybe it's coming true, leaving the audience just as freaked out. And she looks a little different here. I feel like there's just something going on with Selena between the beginning and the ending. I don't really know what it is. I mean, Justin has some noticeable differences too, but I care about Selena because she has such more... because there's such minimal amounts of appearances by her. It's like almost all good. We learn that she's talking to the commissioner, and maybe there's something going on behind the scenes. There was a couple references earlier in these episodes where we learn that Alex actually has always been a part of the commissioner or the board or something. And there's something Alex knows that nobody else knows, which is even more exciting. I like that they're building toward that. So we get a nice little family reunion as Justin goes to the bus stop that Billy initially tried to run away in a way earlier episode. Something that I really like that we're calling back to. Alex and him kind of have a heart-to-heart where they find out that there's something more than meets the eye to the situation.
Before? Right. You're the best because when things go wrong...
Their moment is really sweet because Alex is kind of praising him as a teacher, and that's really nice because they have had their ups and downs throughout the years, and like to see them like kind of come together is really cool. Meanwhile, Billy is on her way to who knows where, off into the distance, and Roman is running to keep up with her. And it's so funny watching this guy run. I don't know why this bit is just really funny.
We can track Billy's one like a phone. We'll use a newly opened 17... Was that part of the plan? You know it wasn't. What do you want?
Dr. Evelini.
Then in the next scene with Alex and Justin, we finally get our answers. It turns out that all of this could be traced back to Dr. Evelini. Dr. Evelini is the one that has been sending different people and trying to reenact this whole plan of getting Billy to...
to open the amulet.
Using Billy to, be the one to free the Evelini spirit. Apparently that amulet she has that exact spirit and is what has been possessing her to do certain things. And while she thinks it's been a good thing so far, we learned that this whole time she was being manipulated. Good plot twist, and I like that Roman gets to be here for it.
What's so special about...
I finally got my hands on...
Maddie,
I have to find them.
Is that...
No, really, we should go before it's too late.
See them.
Justin. Okay, we have to go before it's too late. Wait, you...
It's fun watching Alex and Justin have to go save Billy. They put Billy in this giant chamber, which is kind of cheesy. I feel like the scene is a little hard for me to believe, but it is cool watching brother and sister work together in the way that they used to in the original series. And I don't know who this guy is, but I don't know. Dr. Evelini is a little weird. I feel like the scene is a little hard for me to believe, but it is cool watching brother and sister work together in the way that they used to in the original series. And I don't know who this guy is, but I don't know. Dr. Evelini is... they used to in the original series. Some of these new villains, though, are really hard to believe. Like, I get it. They're attaching them to Dr. Evelini, so it makes a little bit more sense. But they just tend to act a little too theatrical for what I would think in the wizard world. But I'm willing to suspend my disbelief. I feel like it's still interesting enough of a story that, like, I could kind of look past that.
You can't stop us. Watch us. Electric apparatus!
Billy. Thought I was never gonna see her again.
Alex, it's okay. I'm okay.
It's over, Silas. Give me the amulet.
Yeah, sure. I'll just do that. Except I won't.
Where'd he go?
It's been going around a lot today. Mind when you see your game console.
Now let's try this one more time.
Dude. What? I am. Sleeping?
Telling me to do things you know I'm not.
The fight goes on further than this, though. The guy ends up Silas, the villain, Silas, ends up disappearing, and turns out he's holding the family hostage. Oh my gosh. So it's all the way back again into the living room. Something that I do not like as a part of this show. Like, I liked that little dungeon we were just at. Sure, it looked a little stagey, but why do we always have to come back to the living room at the end of everything? It's like taking the parts of a sitcom that aren't the best and trying to shoehorn them in. I still like the stakes being raised here, but that kind of bugs me.
To do.
Sleeping?
They kind of give a full circle resolution to Billy's whole arc this season, as he's about to waste Billy and everybody kind of comes together to defend her, realizing that family is the solution to everything. It's kind of the moral. It's kind of the moral of the show. It's the moral of the episode. It's like magic can be just as strong as a family.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I did not expect this next plot twist. So right as this guy is about to defeat Billy, Billy defends herself, knocks him out, but then Roman and Milo start fighting back. Oh my gosh. So Milo and Roman have wizard powers. Crazy revelation. I have more questions than answers. It's nice to see that we finally defeated the villain that was really manipulating Billy the most this season, and there's even more conflict now that both of these boys have wizard powers. It means we're essentially going to relive the original Wizards of Waverly Place, but there's a little more tension here considering Billy isn't technically a part of the family, but still they're going to have a wizard competition. I like this. I like that the wizard commissioner comes back one last time, and she's kind of the role of Professor Crumb, as I'm now starting to realize. Like, she kind of sets the rules, we talk about everything. It's nice. It's a nice community we have going on here in Wizards. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like, everything they're setting up for the next season is already freaking me out. And to believe that they had such a good run over the course of these 21 episodes, not just in terms of like viewership, but in terms of storytelling. Like, they did stuff that the iCarly reboot would never do. They did things that the original series couldn't have done because of the time it lived in, and they utilized such awesome things that they didn't have to. And that's something I really respect about this series. Like, if you take the time to sit through all 21 episodes, I feel like 90% of the time you're going to be really happy. Even the filler episodes have some awesome comedic beats. So if you're watching the original series and kind of tired of seeing it over and over again, you will get that same amount of nostalgia from this. And use this to kind of like reset your palate. Like, if you really like the original show, take a break from it, see this, and then you'll go into the original show with a little bit more appreciation. Like, I do feel like they took this to lengths that it didn't have to go, in a good way. Does that make sense? Yeah, I don't know. Point is, Wizards Beyond Waverly Place is astounding. It is a great reboot. It is a great revival, and not only that, it's just a great sitcom. Like, they exceeded the expectations of what a normal sitcom can do. The comedy is a lot sharper and impressive than even the original Disney Channel counterpart. So, thank you guys so much for watching me go through all these episodes. I hope I narrowed it down enough for us not to, like, be tortured. But, you know what, this was a good time. So thank you guys so much for letting me do this video. Thank you so much for joining me on all my videos and actually working together to like have fun. Like, it's nice to review all of these. It's nice to go over everything we've learned, cared about, all the morals we find important in watching shows like this. Like, I definitely feel like this was well worth my time. So thank you guys so much, and until next time, everybody, this is Johnny 2000, focusing on 2000s, TV, movies, media, and so much more. Good night. I like give him a kiss. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, please keep that, though. That was awesome. Okay. I know I kind of lost all my viewership there, but thank you guys for being patient and actually sitting through all of this stuff. I definitely think you're going to enjoy it when it comes out in video format. I can't wait to see the magic my editors are going to do with this. And until next time, everybody, I'm getting exhausted. I'll probably stream again when I'm doing this, because this was a lot of fun for me, and I hope you guys make good company with this. I mean, we had fun, okay? I decided we've had fun. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. But yeah, seriously, guys, you have a great night, and thanks for joining me. I promise next time I will try to figure out... Oh, my webcam issues. Okay. Goodbye.